Hello everyone, and welcome back to Clan Generator. Last episode, GlowClan began rebuilding after the terrible tragedy where most of their clan was killed by the shadows that live in the deepest, darkest caverns. And their leader, Star, has returned to the old ways of the clan that kept them safe for so long. But that means that just as they're starting to rebuild, they have to give up a member, either Tallpaw here, Greenflip, or Pheasant Zoom. The three have to fight for their survival. As Star announces that only one of them will be permitted to stay in the clan, the other two having to go into the deep, dark caverns as an offering to the shadows that live there. Greenflip is outraged. She never liked this system. She rebelled against it along with the last leader, and she thought perhaps things might be different from now on. But now they're back to the way they've always been. Pheasant Zoom, meanwhile, is simply panicking. She didn't think that two of them would have to go. She had promised Greenflip she would look after her, and, well, she couldn't have ever sent poor Tallpaw into the darkness. She had meant to sacrifice herself, but what can she do now? Meanwhile, Tallpaw prepares for the darkness. He has known this has been coming for quite a while, and he tries to get Tadpolepaw to come with him. Maybe they can fight the shadows off together? As the clan circles around and watches, the three just end up staring at each other. Greenflip glaring at the leader defiantly, and the other two just casting nervous glances. Ultimately, Star grows tired of this and announces that if there is no fighting, Tallpaw will be sent by default, and he himself will fight the other two until one of them falls, which is enough for Pheasant Zoom, who leaps at Greenflip, unable to bring herself to attack an apprentice. After a long emotional battle, Greenflip is in no state to continue, and pinned down by the other she-cat. Star declares her the first loser of the battle, and as Pheasant Zoom gets off her, she leaps at him, only for Cressheart to bowl her over as she's sleeping and pin her once more. She wails that they should just leave this awful place, leave the Cavern Shadows behind, so that nobody will have to be killed by them ever again. But Sun Noise gloomily says that they can't. The other clans won't let them. He found out at the half-moon meeting that they've all conspired together to attack GlowClan as they were leaving, if they chose to leave, and that the other clans don't want to leave themselves. There are awful legends of what is out there. Nobody knows, really, not even the clan that lives on the surface, although they, of course, have stopped attending gatherings and meetings. Looking at the scene and hearing that, Star isn't quite sure what to do. He knows that he must go through with this, but he doesn't want to. And ultimately, he decides that if the other clans are such turncoats, they should have to do something more to ensure their own survival. Just this once, he'd give his clan a break, at least if the other clans would let him. So, you guys voted Greenflip for losing the battle and going to be our first sacrifice. But you voted only Greenflip, which is surprising. That tie existed forever between Tallpaw and Pheasant Zoom. Greenflip was always voted out. I think that's because she's a bit of a rebel against the system. You feel like... I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say why it is. In any case, Greenflip is gonna go and face the Cavern Shadows. But since nobody else got that extra vote to also do that, we are going to instead roll some dice to see if the other clans will give us an extra cat, at least for this first moon. This isn't going to happen again, so this is the one freebie the clan is going to get. Now, there are 3 clans that could possibly give us a cat, so we are going to roll for all 3. We are going to roll from 1 to 6, and 2 of them have relations with us of 11 and 12, and a third has 10. So we're going to do 5 and 6 for the 2 11 and 12s, and just 6 for the 10. Alright, let's go ahead. The first clan said no. Okay, the second clan said yes, so there's no need to roll for the third clan. I got a 5, by the way. Now all we have to do is send Greenflip out to patrol on her own. If she is unsuccessful, then she dies. If she is successful, then she can come back and rejoin the clan. But that's not really a good thing either. The squirrel jerks its head up in alarm. Greenflip thinks fast, bolting to cut off its escape before delivering the killing blow. Well, Greenflip is successful and survives without a scratch, going into the darkness and somehow catching. I'm gonna say it probably isn't a squirrel. Maybe more like a lizard or a frog or a bat. The offering is incomplete, which means the clan will be at risk of attack. But for now, life must go on. With all the cats wary, they must prepare now more than ever. Sunnoise starts a lesson on the value of this rare herb for treating yellow cough. Not only do they not find anything, Scorchpaw seems to not be taking in a single thing Sunnoise tries to teach, and by the time they're back at camp, Sunnoise wants to screech. Oh dear. I feel like Pheasant Zoom would take it upon herself to teach Tallpaw a bit, since Greenflip can't this moon. And having seen a very small cavern shadow, Pheasant Zoom decides not to go any closer and instead report it. After all, it's only on their border, where it might have a right to be anyway. And she doesn't want to risk losing Tallpaw. Interesting. Well, who knows whether it was real or not, but the Starry Cavern might want to reach us for some reason. Lastly, Dashstar and his apprentice have stumbled upon some prey. It seems like some sort of bat, but we miss it. The next moon brings intrigue of sorts, with Pheasant Zoom seeing borderline fighting with a loner. Tadpolepaw unfortunately got some dense shrubs in her pelt, and Sunnoise spends his day communicating with the Starry Cavern, attempting to figure out a recent prophecy. Thankfully, the Cavern Shadows have yet to attack. Relationship-wise, Pheasant Zoom had a spat with Sunnoise over a piece of prey. Ouch. And Pheasant Zoom also caught Dashstar complaining about her behind her back. Tallpaw spends a lot of time with Frisk. Caterpillar Tuft sees Pheasant Zoom's piece of prey looks tastier, and they both agree to swap. Tadpolepaw had an argument with Budrez about something or other. Sunnoise complains that Dashstar never does anything helpful. Sunnoise thinks Budrez was nice to them today. Scorchpaw and Budrez heckled another clan at the gathering together. Dashstar is complaining Caterpillar Tuft never does anything helpful. Budrez and Tadpolepaw swap prey. Budrez is nervous sitting next to Dashstar at the clan meeting. Is that romantic? I'm not really sure. I'll have to check. Greenflip apologized to Pheasant Zoom for something or other. Perhaps the way she's been treating her lately in the wake of their fight, to see which of them would be able to not go into the dark caverns. Chris heard a rumor that Frisk likes someone else. Ooh. Frisk bickered about something trivial with Pheasant. Dash Star is grateful to Sunnoise for their treatment. Perhaps for how he's been treating everyone in the clan. Cressheart is craving the taste of frog. Sunnoise debates becoming a warrior. He is bloodthirsty, so. Scorchpaw can see how busy their mentor is. Pheasant Zoom is in the medicine den. Greenflip spars with some clanmates. Frisk snoops around. Budrise has the apprentices very engaged in a very, very tall tale. Caterpillar Tuft feels underappreciated. Tallpaw is looking forward to today. Tadpolepaw is thinking about the time they caught a huge rabbit. And that is it. Tallpaw now has his adult sprite. Let's send him on a patrol with his mentor. And will we catch the rat? Oh dear. Well, both of these cats have been through a lot lately. Oh, well, let's see if she does. Ooh, Caterpillar Tuft broke the warrior code. Well, there's no in-challenge rules about that. I don't even know if Dash Star will find out. Cressheart is going to teach a few things to this younger cat, and they both have a nice practice session, swapping their best tips and tricks. I feel like after last moon's trading session, Sunnoise would not want to go on patrol with his apprentice. And he does elect Bettany and Goldenrod this time. I feel like poor Scorchpaw would just go out on her own, not wanting to admit her mentor left her behind. Oh man, this is not good, is it? I don't want to proceed. I'm going to proceed. Scorchpaw goes on to an herb patch they're sure they know, only to find the plants withered and dead. Well, at least Scorchpaw didn't die. Ooh, a shrew. Perhaps it is indeed a shrew. They are burrowing little creatures. Or perhaps a mole. And Tadpolepaw manages to catch it. Well, the shadows have not attacked us this moon either. And Greenflip has trained Tallpaw. Tallpaw is now Tall Fern. And Greenflip considers herself lucky to have been able to train such an amazing young cat. Tadpolepaw's pelt has healed, but the injury left them scarred. Dash Star fought a rogue, but was barely even hurt. Frisk's dislocated joint has been popped back into place, and she is feeling much better. Ooh, Pheasant Zoom made Cressheart laugh again and again. Pheasant Zoom appreciates Frisk telling them they had a feather stuck to their face. Tall Fern is wowed by how bravely Cressheart fought the other day. Caterpillar Tuft thinks Tadpolepaw is very helpful. Tadpolepaw is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Scorchpaw. Sunnoise had a disagreement with Tall Fern about something or other. Scorchpaw is surprised to hear Sunnoise express an ideal they can agree with. Aww, maybe these two will repair their mentor-apprentice relationship. Dash Star wants to get their pelt to shine like Frisk's. Ooh, jealousy. Budrise is surprised by Sunnoise being thoughtful. Greenflip complains that Budrise never does anything helpful, and Cressheart calls to Tadpolepaw to catch them a fat mouse on their next hunting patrol. Frisk wants to spend more time with Sunnoise. Dash Star feels down, perhaps because of the looming cloud of doubt over the clan, over whether the Cavern Shadows will attack, or perhaps because he's kind of insulted Frisk, who I think he has a bit of a crush on. Cressheart is grateful to Scorchpaw for their treatment. Sunnoise eats some fresh kill. Scorchpaw is wondering what Dash Star is thinking. Pheasant seems eavesdropping on Greenflip. Greenflip tries to set a good example for younger cats. Frisk, who is healed again, is in awe of Scorchpaw's growth as a medicine cat apprentice. Budrise is preoccupied playing an important game of hide-and-seek. Love that. Caterpillar Tuft feels unappreciated. Tall Fern runs out of their den into battle, only to find it was just a storm. And Tadpole Paw now has a little scar on her face and daydreams about having a mate and kids someday. Leaffall holds the last chances to stock up on herbs that will die during Leaf Bear. The soft, rose-like scent of the mallow bushes drifts around Sunnoise and Scorchpaw as they walk, snipping off clumps of large, fuzzy, three-nubbed leaves, and the occasional pink flower to be taken back to camp. Ooh, they got Mallow and Bethany. Nice. So GlowClan is actually the surface clan, so we would never actually be able to do this, but perhaps we are not going to proceed. It is imperative that we keep a good relationship with all the other clans. I feel like these two would go out on patrol together. And Greenflip catches the mole. Budrise suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques, and they have a good practice session. Let's add these last two cats, and we caught the squirrel, or more accurately, Caterpillar Tuft did. Nothing really happened this moon, including that we were not attacked. Ooh, sheesh, I didn't think these two would be fighting, but I guess they are. Pheasant zoomed his surprises Dash Star was something nice. Well, that's unexpected. Tall Fern used congratulations to Sunnoise. Caterpillar Tuft asks Scorchpaw how they're doing. Tadpole Paw helps Scorchpaw pick birds out of their fur. Sunnoise had a disagreement with Budrise. Scorchpaw thinks about how lucky they are to have someone with Caterpillar Tuft as a friend. Dash Star complains about something Pheasant Zoom did. I guess surprising him with something nice. Budrise had a difficult conversation with Scorchpaw, and they now have a deeper understanding of each other. Greenflip complains about something Budrise did, and Cressheart complains that Pheasant Zoom never does anything helpful. Frisk covered for Pheasant Zoom on something minor. And perhaps that's what Dash Star was complaining about. Interesting. Dash Star is eating. Cressheart can't believe they overslept. Sunnoise checks up on the warriors. Scorchpaw gossips. Pheasant Zoom wonders how Cressheart is doing. Greenflip thinks Scorchpaw would make a good medicine cat. Frisk is sparring with clanmates. Budrise is wondering if Tadpole Paw will be chosen for the next gathering. Caterpillar Tuft is eavesdropping on Cressheart. Tall Fern is feeling happy. Tadpole Paw annoyed their mentor on accident and now has her adult sprite. Look at her. She has got that scar and it is on full display. It makes her look epic, even though she got it just going through some thorny bushes. Looking at their relationship, it looks like some dislike is growing here. Whereas Greenflip has nothing but like, although it is only platonic. Tadpole Paw bounces up to the front of the clan full of excitement. They try to take this somewhat seriously, but they still crack a joke. Dash Star gently scolds them for it, but can't help hurrying along as they name them Tadpole Crackle after their good nature. I love a Tadpole Crackle, guys. There are so many goofballs in this clan. I like how it's just like survival and monsters in the dark, and then everybody's just a goofball. Pheasant Zoom shared an embarrassing story about Budrise they were asked not to share. Tall Fern has a mock battle with Caterpillar Tuft. Greenflip seems to be oblivious to Caterpillar Tuft glaring at them. Okay then. Tadpole Crackle is giving Dash Star a task. Sunnoise goes to tell a secret to Dash Star, only for Dash Star to tell someone else's secret to them, of course. Sunnoise appreciates Cressheart telling them they had a feather stuck to their face. And the same thing with Scorchpaw and Budrise. Dash Star playfully teases Greenflip for missing a catch. Okay. Budrise helps Pheasant Zoom work through something difficult that happened to them. Perhaps the battle 4 moons ago. And another offering is coming up. Now, here's the thing. Another offering is coming up here. It's going to happen this episode. Nothing is really happening relationship-wise, and we have not run into any new cats to join the clan. I feel like I should pair cats up, but I don't think... I feel like this is Mountain Clan all over again. Which, Mountain Clan is awesome, but, like, I'm just pairing cats up so we can have children. That is one of the main things that happens in Mountain Clan. Now, Dash Star and Cressheart, I feel like from their relationship interactions and from, pretty much that, and also from my own headcanons, I feel like they both want to be with Frisk here, but also, I feel like they also both want what's best for the clan, and that would be for them to have more white and light-colored kits so that they don't, their kits don't all die and the clan doesn't all die. So they are going to pair up with each other. So they will do so, and Dash Star will also, as well as leading by example, he is going to announce that any cat that is expecting kits, or whose mate is expecting kits in the next 2 moons, which isn't long, will be spared from the next offering. Will not even have to fight. I also feel like Budrise and Tadpole Crackle would pair up. They both seem to have the most relationship with each other out of any of the others. Well, other than Scorchpaw, look at that. But anyway, Scorchpaw is an option. So, but, you know what I mean. They, like, if you look at both of them, they both have decently high compared to the other cats of their age. Oh, never mind. But anyway, the point is, Tadpole Crackle really, really likes Tallfern, like, at least platonically. I feel like I kind of want that to happen. Now, there are rules of which pelt colors can mate with which pelt colors in this clan, in this challenge, but I have not fully fleshed them out yet. From what I have fleshed out, I can tell that this pairing would be just barely teetering on the edge. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. Tadpole Crackle is taking a big risk for Tallfern here, and I hope it pays off for the both of them. Well, no kits announced this moon. I think I did that a little bit late. We're gonna probably end up with the same exact cats for you to vote on us last time. I'm so sorry. Okay. Pheasant Zoom is jealous. Scorchpaw went on a patrol without them. Pheasant Zoom has drawn the ire of Scorchpaw. Sheesh, what in the world is going on between Pheasant Zoom and Scorchpaw? Tallfern apologized to Cressheart. Maybe for taking a mate to try and cheat the system here. Caterpillar Tuft shares a joke about a neighboring clan with Tallfern. Tadpole Crackle wants to spend more time with Frisk. Sun Noise chats with Frisk. Sun Noise appreciates Cressheart, telling them they have feathers stuck to their face. Scorchpaw asks Sun Noise how they're doing. Dash Star has a wonderful time discussing clan news with Scorchpaw. Budrise thinks Sun Noise was nice to them. Greenflip appreciates Sun Noise, blah blah blah. Cressheart swaps favorite prey with Sun Noise, and Frisk tells Pheasant Zoom they'll save them a piece of fresh kill. It is the last moon before the next offering, and the clan is on edge. I'm just gonna go through here. Ooh, wonders if StarClan will send them a practice time before a real one. That's interesting. And Scorchpaw has her adult sprite now. Pheasant Zoom tries to breathe deeply to no avail. She knows what's coming here. Greenflip wants to get to know Scorchpaw better. Frisk is eavesdropping on 2 clanmates. Ears pricked. Ooh. Budrise is preoccupied with hide and seek. Caterpillar Tuft wonders what Dash Star is thinking. Tallfern prances around with their tail held high, ready for anything. He has turned out to be a bold cat. Tadpole Crackle is making up songs and encouraging others to join in. Oh no. No, Bedrise, don't do that, but we're gonna let him go ahead. Oh dear. Yeah, Bedrise, not a good move there. You were on patrol literally with the leader, and you did that. Wow. Just wow. I feel like Dashstar would be very disappointed in his apprentice. It's a small infraction, but down here, food is worth a lot more. And, well, Budrise is gonna get some sort of punishment next moon. I feel like Frisk would want to go help gather herbs. And, well, they didn't find any. These two are out on patrol, and they catch a bird. Oh dear. I feel like maybe I shouldn't proceed. Let me see, we got ambitious, camp keeping, clever. I feel like Cressheart isn't one to not confront danger. Ooh, a mouse. Nice. Oh, that's nice. That's a good bonus. And Pheasant Zoom caught a shrew. Alright. We are skipping the next moon. And it is time for the offering again. Thankfully, we made it through a whole 6 moons without the Cavern Shadows attacking. Probably because they were still full from their attacks 6 moons before that. Frisk has got a running nose just in time for this. Pheasant Zoom is jealous of Sun Noise. Pheasant Zoom is surprised by Budrise being thoughtful. Tall Fern is jealous that Caterpillar Tuft got to go to the last gathering, and I guess Tall Fern didn't. Caterpillar Tuft thinks Greenflip was nice to them today. Tadpole Crackle thinks Budrise is being annoying. Tadpole Crackle, Budrise, and Tall Fern had a nice talk. Sun Noise is talking with Frisk. Sun Noise wishes they could get their pup to shine like Scorchpaws. What is it with cats being jealous of the medicine cats? Scorchpaw is sharpening their claws near Tall Fern. Ooh. That feels like a subtle threat. Dashstar is really surprised Caterpillar Tuft's life isn't as easy as they thought it was. Budrise chats with Caterpillar Tuft while grabbing something to eat. Greenflip is giving Cressheart a task. That's interesting. I think it would be the other way around. Cressheart overheard a joke from Budrise they didn't get. Cressheart, Caterpillar Tuft, and Scorchpaw had a nice talk while eating. Frisk offers to groom a hard-to-reach place for Tall Fern, who thanks them earnestly. It is that time again, and the clan is about the same. Some cats have graduated from apprentices, but we have not gotten any new cats into our clan. It seems redundant to have the same exact cats as last time. And technically, although these are the only dark-furred neutrals, they aren't the only neutrals in the clan. Well, Tall Fern was given 2 chances. Is it time? Did I sacrifice him? Or does Dashstar still have enough of a soft spot for him? Here is his relationships with other cats. He does have a mate at this point, which has got to factor into it. Although, perhaps that actually is minus points, because the mate is not in a respectable range. They might end up having some light and some dark-furred kits, or maybe neutral-furred kits, which could be a good thing for the clan, but generally speaking, cats of this clan tend to frown upon cats that mate with someone of a different pelt type. Dashstar, who is making a solemn vow to protect their clanmates, which seems fitting at this moment, has a lot of respect for the young Tom. He's tried not to get too close to him, lest he grieve too hard when the time comes, but he knows that Tall Fern works extra hard in this clan to try and earn his place. And he at this point has a lot more respect for him than for Budrise, the cat that he took under his wing and who has disappointed him. Cressheart also likes Tall Fern quite a bit. Meanwhile, Sun Noise has a bit of dislike for him, probably because of his pale color. Or maybe because of something else. He is a grumpy old cat, anyway. In fact, he seems to have a little bit of dislike for a lot of cats in the clan. Love that. Cressheart eavesdrops on Greenflip. She hopes that this time, the she-cat will again lose the battle, and lose the battle with the Cavern Shadows as well. Sun Noise is feeling gloomy. He doesn't like this day, but he knows it must happen. Scorchpaw is checking up on the warriors. Pheasant Zoom tries to set a good example. She can't believe it's here again. She can't believe she had a chance. She had a chance to try and protect Greenflip. She had a plan, but there were no male cats that were close enough to their pelt class for her to be allowed to get them both a child. She failed again. Greenflip is like to be chosen as the new deputy. I feel like Greenflip wants to try and literally start a rebellion. Like, she tried to incite one last time. I feel like she's feeling it today. Frisk spars with some clanmates. Budrise is helping escort the medicine cat to gather herbs. Caterpillar Tuft is hoping Dash Star notices their improvement. Tall Fern is getting some looks after speaking out of turn at the clan meeting. Ooh, interesting. Tadpole Crackle is eavesdropping on Greenflip. Now, as I was saying, Budrise is partly white, but partly neutral/black markings, and that puts him just 1 point ahead of these two. He is in basically almost the same class as Pheasant Zoom and Greenflip. So, to make things a little bit more interesting and teach this young, selfish food stealer a lesson. Oh gosh, maybe too much of a lesson here. We are going to add him into the vote. So, it is basically the same deal as last time. There will be a pinned comment down in the comments with one reply with the name of each of the cats that you could vote for. Pheasant Zoom, Greenflip, Tall Fern, and our newcomer, Budrise. Like whichever cats you want to vote for to be killed. Or, well, attempt to be killed anyway. Last time, Greenflip did manage to survive, so it's not necessarily a death sentence. However, well, we got lucky this time, both with Greenflip surviving and with it having no consequences. So, go ahead and vote, and I will see you all next time.